After the 2022 FIFA World Cup, which Argentina won in spectacular and sensational fashion, there were arguably few of the young players who were as much on the tips of everyone's tongue as this man right here, Enzo Fernandez. Now, the young midfielder had proved that he really was one of those players that you could watch out for in the future, but not just in the future, also right now, because he played a very key role in Argentina making it to the top of the mountain after a 36-year-long wait. Naturally, there was going to be a lot of clubs looking to chase Fernandez for his signature and chase his club, Benfica, but maybe there weren't as many people who were anticipating that a move would be made as early as the January transfer window. However, there are plenty of credible rumors now that suggest that Enzo Fernandez is bound for one of England's bigger clubs, but not the one that most people thought he would be joining, because at first it seemed likely that he was going to Liverpool, but recently murmurs have grown much stronger about him joining Chelsea. Now, in this video, we're going to be looking at why exactly it is that he's so being chased. Where exactly would he rank among the most expensive transfers if the move is actually completed? And why is it that Chelsea are so keen to sign Enzo Fernandez despite having on paper a pretty strong midfield roster? So let's first look at why it is that he was so keenly sought after the World Cup. Now, remember, he was, of course, one of those key players for Argentina in the FIFA World Cup. He was part of all of their matches. He was good at everything that you'd expect a midfielder to do. And not just that, he was so good for Argentina that he actually ended up winning the Young Player of the Tournament award. That's exactly how much of an impact he had for Argentina and also, more importantly, in the World Cup. Now, if you're looking at his core strengths as a player, you'd look at the fact that he's someone who's very good in deep-lying positions. When he's playing, he will dictate the pace. He'll ensure that the possession of the football is well retained. He'll ensure also that if he can pick up the ball from deep, he's very good at advancing the ball forward. And he's also very good not just at the art of tackling, but also of working hard. He's very industrious, covers a lot of ground, and that was something that was necessary for Argentina. So these right here are the key reasons why it is that any club really should be looking to sign him. And of course, this is just scratching the surface. Again, there are other reasons, and we'll be getting to those in just a bit. But before we talk about why, or talk more in detail about Enzo Fernandez, it is important to note the kind of money that he will actually be making, or will be making his club when he's transferred. The rumored transfer fee is 127 million euros. How big of a transfer fee is that? Well, these are the 5 most expensive transfers in the history of football. So Neymar at 222 million euros to Paris Saint-Germain from Barcelona remains to this day the most expensive transfer. The second most expensive transfer, again involving Paris Saint-Germain, was when they signed Kylian Mbappe for 180 million euros from AS Monaco. Philippe Coutinho's sale from Liverpool to Barcelona for 145 million euros was the third highest. And João Felix, his sale to Atletico Madrid from, of course, again, it was a Portuguese club, if I'm not wrong. It was Benfica, I think. 126 million euros. Now, this is, in fact, the, transfer that Enzo Fernandez will be surpassing, because 126 million is the number that is there, and 127 is what Enzo will cost. Fifth most expensive, Antoine Griezmann to Barcelona for a cool 120 million euros. Now, again, this is big money, and if Enzo Fernandez's move is actually completed and the rumored figures are true, means he would displace João Felix, who incidentally is another player very much in demand during this particular transfer window, because of course it seems that his time at Atletico Madrid very much come to an end. But this video isn't about them, it's about Enzo Fernandez, and he could very well be displacing João Felix, becoming the 4th most expensive transfer in the history of football. And that's of course not even counting if the deal gets bumped up slightly more. But why exactly are Chelsea willing to spend that much money on a 21-year-old player? Well, for starters, he is one of the most exciting midfielders in all of Europe. In fact, he's someone who is, he's won a lot of admirers for his ability to do the basic things, the simple things, but also be able to kind of be there to contribute with goals and assists. And perhaps more importantly, the second point, he fits the long-term goals of signing younger players that Chelsea currently have. You remember that yes, they have signed some experienced players in recent times, the likes of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang or Raheem Sterling come as examples, but a lot of the players are young players who they're looking to sign on long-term deals. They've been linked to the likes of David Fofana. They've also again signed people like Wesley Fofana for long-term big deals. They're not looking to really sign players for short-term deals or looking to do anything beyond just getting long-term. They're looking to build a young core right now, and to be fair, this Chelsea team is aging, and perhaps most importantly is the third point, because as things stand right now, Chelsea are very much in a position where they could be losing both N'Golo Kante and Jorginho for a free transfer, because again, both of these players are out of contract at the end of the season. Kante seems increasingly likely will walk away with Jorginho. Well, negotiations are on, but there is every chance that something could change and you could see the club lose both of these players on free transfer. So with both of these players gone, it leaves the midfield a little thin. And that is why they need someone like an Enzo Fernandez, someone who, to be fair, can very well function within their system or within the multiple systems that head coach Graham Potter prefers. If they can pull off the signing, and again, as I'm prefixing this with an if, because quite frankly, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but the rumor links are very, very strong and they're coming from many credible sources, both across Europe and even in Portugal. If Chelsea can pull this off, it will be a deal that makes a lot of sense, because yes, it's a lot of money involved, but at 21 years old, Fernandes is already so good. It's tempting to imagine just how good he'll be in a couple of years, or at least 10 years down the line once he's completed that much time for the Blues. And of course, don't forget, if he does indeed end up leaving the club, there's plenty of resale value to be found, and quite frankly, if you have the ability to sign one of the best young midfielders in the world, why wouldn't you take it? So in that sense, it is a lot of money involved, but yes, that is the reality of transfers in the modern day football world, and it is a transfer that would make a ton of sense for Chelsea, or really quite frankly for anyone who is willing to stump up the money that I quoted. But that's just how I feel. What do you guys think? Well, you can let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to tap the bell icon so that you know when it is we're going live or uploading a new video for you guys. Then you can also go ahead and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and last but not least, don't forget to download the SportsTak app. Thank you all once again for joining us. As always, I've been Shane Dice. I hope to see you with us later on in the night as well, but for now, goodbye.